And definitely off on the gap. Very frustrating. Looks like what happened is we ended up having this peak that we sold off from, which makes sense. I mean, we had it right at it's the cross street incongruency right at the open, so we have this peak that we sell off from, bounce around a little bit, and then we go down further. That's the debak card. What you want, buddy? You want to come up? But as far as the high at the beginning of the day, the high at the end of the day, looks like we pretty much nailed that. So what happens when you see a unicursal and you don't see a sharp drop immediately following that unicursal, especially if you instead you go upwards from the unicursal? What that indicates is a price level that will fall through in the next significant decline, like on a multi-day scale, sharp decline or correction, even, you could say. So I'm going to mark off yesterday's unicursal and today's unicursal as price levels. It's about here. And then there was one down here as well. Here we go with E-Trade being all janky. Interesting. Look at that. We've got that same price level. Oh no, we might have this as a unicursal already, actually. That's a unicursal line right there. Right there. Which really should be up there. We're going to put it right here. You want to come up, Hermes? What was that, the 8th? Yeah. So we should see a decline here in the last hour off of this high, revisiting a support we met once before. Was the 7th? Hey Randy, hey April. Yeah, I'm pretty shocked that everything indicated down and we went up, but occasionally, you know, you're gonna have it that type of thing happen because it's not going to be 100%. But as far as an opportunity to get out of the shorts, I think probably have one coming up like later in the week, maybe on the cusp of the 13th, 14th. Hmm. It's a pretty mixed day tomorrow, but opportunity at the high to open up a short. The thing is I feel like we're probably going with this. We're probably going to end up here around the 15th, right? So that wouldn't leave us much time to do a dip into a low. Mix tomorrow, sideways, probably up and then down, down and then up. It's pretty mixed, guys. I might just close out of the shorts here because it's a little unclear and it might get worse, you know. You could maybe wait until the 13th, but like I said, it's probably better to like just reposition yourself into a better trade at this point, and that's my fault, guys. Yeah, I'm probably looking to sell in October SPC as well. I really expected a lot more of a move here. I'm kind of shocked that it's just been pissing us all off. I still have hope though. Jeez, what a move. Right, so there was a move to the upside and then we went south. It's like pop here and then we went south. And it looks like we probably have more decline tomorrow. Like the lowest low isn't until the 14th, 15th. And if I'm wrong about that, and that doesn't end up being the lowest low, which I'd be kind of surprised, but if I am wrong about that, then the lowest low is going to be on the 26th, making it a really bearish month. Very frustrating. But I might still be on point here, guys. You know, it doesn't. There's nothing saying that I'm not. So we had a lowest low on the 6th, kind of like started a decline, likely going lower. Yeah, I'm not selling. I mean, on the 1 year, it's right on point. We have a lowest low here at the end of September. It would be silly to sell at what we already know is the lowest low. I mean, it's kind of like your call if you feel like it's taking too much of a loss, you don't want to see it go any lower because it's gonna go lower before it goes higher. That much seems pretty certain to me. There might be a good spot to close a long position here in January. I'll probably hold it until 2024. That's me personally. I'm not wrong. I'm just off on the timing. I guess it's pretty similar, but as far as the 1 year goes, I mean it's right on point. So it would be silly to knowing that this reading's pretty accurate. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the S&P. Shit. Well, it's probably got a lowest low there as well. Let me make sure. There we go. Excuse my French. Where did it go? There we go. Yeah, so there's a lowest low here on the cusp of September, October. A lot of our 2023 readings have a low here on the cusp of September, October. So it's pretty. It seems like a pretty reliable reading. The only part that's really been off on this reading was this high in April, May, and we had a peak. It just wasn't a high. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm holding tight and like it's gone down too much as it is. Like I'm not going to sell at these levels, knowing that we're looking at a lowest low very shortly, and then there should be a lot of ground covered in the end of October. Higher high in December, and then I think we have a pretty notable drop at the end of December. But then it's pretty bullish at the beginning of 2024, and overall theme is a bullish card as well. So I'm gonna hold tight. Hey, Proof. Hey, AV. Hey, Miradula. God, I hope it would do more than $5 by early 2024. Does SPC reach $5 by the end of January 2024? Wow, I gotta know. Does SPC reach $5 by March of 2024? Does SPC reach $5 by April 2024? Wow, I'm just getting no after no after no. I feel like this has got to be off. Might be an off day. I'm a little sick today, guys. Did Tesla hit its month high today? Tesla month high today. Oh. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the high for the month today. I'd say that's a there's a pretty strong possibility that we're right on point with that. Hey Hamza, what's up with crypto? Heard FTX is selling assets each week. This reading's definitely on point. We thought we would have a lowest low here, but it was pretty darn close. Excuse me, it gets pretty bullish in October. Sort of bullish in November, pretty mixed in December, but we likely have a highest high there based on the accuracy, like on this being pretty on point with the where the low was here on the cusp of March April. I'd say it's kind of tied to a highest high being here, so there's a strong possibility that that's going to turn out to be correct. I wouldn't worry too much about crypto. There might be a little trough here in the beginning, on like the cusp maybe of September, October, or in the beginning of October. But aside from that, it's pretty much bullish. It looks like the third quarter. That's Bitcoin, anyways. Yeah, I think that the like I said, I still have hope. And as far as how the SPC reading has been panning out, it's pretty much on point. Aside from this high here that didn't end up being a highest high, it just ended up being a peak. Pretty much on point. We should see lowest lows here on the cusp of September, October, maybe early October, and then we should see new highs forming. See, my price levels might have been expectation might have been off, but my sequence of events is pretty damn solid. So it would be silly to sell right near a low here when we see highs afterwards. I don't think, unless you have a small amount in SPC, I don't think I would buy more at these levels, just because it's been like really pissing everybody off. It might continue to do so. It's, it's a possibility. Better to just work with what you've got. Hey, dumb money. What will be the market's reaction to the FOMC on the 20th? Looks like we have a peak there. Although I'm definitely off on a lowest low here, so we'll have to see how the rest of the week goes. If we end up having a peak on the 15th, I would say that the high would be there on the 15th. But with a pivot point there, that would be like a Mercury retrograde thing to do. But it doesn't always go that way, especially when you've got eclipses coming into play. Eclipses will totally throw off any pattern. I've seen it happen a million times where I was like expecting Mercury retrograde to go a certain way, and then an eclipse came into play and it just didn't do what I expected it to do, because the eclipse energy just pulled it and pulled it and pulled it in this crazy direction. So the market reaction looks like there's a high there with meter resistance. Oops. That's Tesla. I'm like, what is going on here? That doesn't look right. I'm advised caution around that FOMC meeting. It looks like we have like this move upward to resistance, and then we have a reversal off of a key resistance around the 20th or 21st, like a brief peak, and then we decline pretty notably on the 22nd. But what I'm picking up on is it starts out bullish and ends up bearish. How does Sol look this week? I don't have it marked up, but I could still take a look here. See, I don't get why it does that. It cuts off the 2 days when it's a candlestick. Just so dumb. God. It's a pretty mixed week for Sol. Looks like probably a sharp drop off of a peak or crest on the 16th as well. But it's pretty mixed. Pretty mixed. There should be an important low today. However, can't really see. Okay, here we go. There's an important low. Looks like today, based on this double X and this little Herkimer Diamond and the full card. Will DeFi be impacted by SEC regulations in the next bull run? I got a yes. And NFTs in general, same question. I got a yes for that as well. And it looks like probably more so the NFTs. All right, so let's see what we can do about this debacle we had over the weekend. I need an energetic cleanse, I think. So it's so easy to get caught, like, blocked up by energy in New York City. It's like nuts. Like, constantly need to cleanse. Constantly. We might already be in kind of like price swinging, sort of. Looks like we might be in price swings, but there should be a peak here. We might already be seeing this prominent peak or crest that stands out. It's possible that it's on the 11th, not the 12th. I think we'll probably have a similar trough. I don't think we'll go much further down based on the overall theme card, but I think we'll see a similar trough kind of like here in this part of the week, followed by this move into, or maybe just after. It might get like pulled out a little bit in time frame based on the eclipses, but somewhere around the 20th, most likely a high. We'll see. Either that or we have a pivot point here, but I think the eclipses are probably throwing the pattern off a little bit. You want to come up, buddy? Or you want to go down? Right, so probably a decline here in the last few minutes. But with that said, I think there's significant trade opportunity around the high. There was a trade opportunity here at a support level around 10 to 11, you could see, which could have been closed out here at the end of the day, it looks like. But then there's also an opportunity to open up a short position here. We do have this failure card here, which technically we did have a failure here first thing in the morning. And then tomorrow, in the midst of a rally, like probably mid-morning, there's opportunity to open up a short. And this is looking like a pretty difficult trade. I might wait until the end of the day in the midst of this move higher to open up a short. Or maybe even better to wait till the morning of the 13th. But overall, what we should be seeing, right, is this sidewaysy behavior. Remember, we're kind of like in this period over here. Right, so we should see more sidewaysy behavior. Netflix. Long position on the 11th, 12th, close on the 13th, 14th. Yeah, probably tomorrow, first thing in the morning, could open up a long. Close that long on the cusp of the 13th, 14th. Let's take a look. Oh, I wanted this. That could be the unicursal. Like, we could already be experiencing the unicursal. I think it's still valid. There should be a notable move higher tomorrow, especially towards the end of the day. And then it gets bearish again. This is probably a bottom here on the 24th, 25th, and then again on the 28th. We probably retest it. And it would make sense because it's kind of like a sidewaysy chart. The theme card is the truce card. It's sidewaysy, so you might see it more than once. But I think that's probably what took place here is the unicursal we just saw today. All right, my friends. With that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow the rule of karma. You do so here at the resources tab. Website Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits forward, 5% of the profits back, leaving you with 90%. Make sure to spend it out of love. As long as you follow those rules, the universe considers you an angel investor of the channel. It's going to send you back to you tenfold through this channel. Make sure to trade responsibly, guys. And when the moments are that were wrong, they won't matter because there'll be so many rights. You just got to make sure that you trade responsibly. If you deviate from that, then you kind of like skew your odds. All right, my friends, I'll see you guys tomorrow.